Welcome to 9NerdYards. Today we have a special guest. He is an authority of Atlanta breakdowns. He has had the pleasure of interviewing some of the best characters of Atlanta. That is including Al's barber Bibby. That is including the invisible car owning Marcus Miles. That is including, you know what? I'm just going to get to it. We have Money Blakeweather of the Unfiltered Bachelors podcast. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. We also interviewed Christine, who's Van's friend, who's in the Helen episode, and then we also got a chance to interview Blair Busby, who like everybody's like, who the hell is that? She's the crying lady, the beginning of Moneybag Shorty. She's the one that said, shout out Colin Kaepernick. If anybody remembers that line, you'll remember her.
But I still might have to slap a trick. Shout out Colin Kaepernick. I'm sorry.
We got a chance to interview all of them, man, and it was just a fucking blast. And we started this as a fun project during, like most people during COVID, and then check us out. Here we are, man. We've broken down at least every episode twice, and we've had you on, Nerd, on a couple of our episodes, man. So thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, go check out his channel. Well, I should say his Facebook, his Twitter, and his Spotify, the Unfiltered Bachelors podcast. You might hear my voice, and that's worth it already. But yeah, we're just going to be breaking down this trailer. Not a very heavy video. We're not going to be doing a lot of analysis or trying to get into their heads or anything. We're just going to be looking and seeing what we got. So
roll down the window.
Hey, what's up?
Ice water $1.
Listen, the last time we did this, you guys gave me room temp water and charged me extra because it was sunny in Atlanta.
So we got these kids that are, hustling outside on the interstate. And I've been talking to a few of my people on the Discord and on Twitter, and it's apparently like, it's been a thing, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a real thing, but apparently it's been a proliferation of a bit of a problem since the pandemic started.
That's cool that they add some real life event type stuff into this. I also love there's a verbal reference in here too. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He literally says, he's like, you charge me extra because it's always sunny in Atlanta. So it's a funny little nod. It's a funny little nod to that. And it's funny too. I mean, it's an FX show as well. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is an FX show. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that definitely tracks right there.
Nice little nod. I also have it muted too, so as we're going through this, y'all can follow along and watch the trailer along with us. But due to copyright things, we don't want to get this taken down.
That's true.
You seem frustrated today.
I'm not upset about anything.
So we have Van and Ern.
And this, someone also pointed out to me that this is the Atlantic Station, really great spot to just like bring a first date or whatever, an outside little mall. It just seems like they're on a mission of some kind. It doesn't look like they're on like a date or anything.
Right.
It seems like they're like scoping the place out, looking for something or someone. Which is pretty interesting, but very vibey. You know what I mean? Ern's got that fucking loud ass shirt on.
It's a great clash of like how they were in season 1 and 2 in Atlanta, being in Atlanta, how they were sort of, I think both of the characters were sort of looking for their comeuppance and sort of just like feeling undervalued, feeling like they weren't doing any stunting. Ern's point in season 1 and 2 was like, I need to show I'm stunting. Well, first I need to show I'm something season 1, then I need to show that I'm stunting in season 2, and he just got stunted in all the time. So it's funny that they come back to this now, like Ern looks like he's got a little paper.
It's definitely, he's coming back to Atlanta. Definitely not how we seen him in season 2 with a swollen face and got his ass beat by Tracy and on the verge of being fired by Al.
You seem frustrated today.
I'm not upset about anything.
He's at a therapist?
So this is the next great thing. Ern's in therapy. And I think for his character, it is so necessary. Like I'd often thought
They
about
all should be in
they
therapy.
all
They should be.
right.
They should all be in therapy.
But I'd often, when I first saw this show, I mean, obviously, I do a dating and relationship podcast, and then the side events that we do are sort of like one-offs with
Mhm.
breaking down Dave in Atlanta. And the thing that I always notice in Atlanta is the relationship. Like what stood out to me was a relationship between Van and Earn, and how just it's not healthy. But it is I think it's a good representation of like how
What relationships are, yeah.
how relationships go. And I think especially as you're sort of struggling, and as it there's some sort of poverty aspect added to it, and sort of just like, hey, we're barely making it, so it's sort of like a day-to-day struggle, a relationship added into that, where there's a kid, there's no marriage. Like, this is a good representation, I think, of the average that we see. So now, like, I'd always thought about it, I'm just like, Earn needs therapy. Like, he needs to get a lot of this shit off of his chest, because like he's not handling things. He's got avoidant personality, right? Like
Mhm.
he just doesn't balance things well, and he doesn't he becomes like passive aggressive, and a lot of it turns, as we've seen, is it's turned toward Van. Like, right, remember the what was the
Mm.
episode, the Juneteenth, when
Yeah, Juneteenth.
he's
Mhm.
like telling these other people about like how great she is, but he's blatantly like, one, he's giving her compliments and saying all these things, but from an aspect of like lying about who he is. So like, is it even believable? And that's sort of hurtful, like that he feels all these things. He's never told
And
her.
this is, yeah, he says that after he goes on a tangent, or like complimenting her in front of all of these people right after she pled with him to just like, if we're here, we just at least fake it, right?
Yes.
And he took that and then said all of those like really great things about her, and it's kind of like just a big psych.
Right.
Like, you asked me to fake it, so like, here you go. And ooh,
Right.
yeah,
You
that was
got
brutal.
what you wanted. So it's passive aggressive behavior. And like, I noticed, and then it could there also too in season 3, we see this like formation of this workaholic sort of you
The
know
Sigma grind set
yeah,
or
this
whatever. He
unhealthy
just wants to
workaholic
keep
mindset.
on work.
Like,
Yeah.
episode 2, he's clearly like sick. He's progressively sick as the entire episode plays out, right? And so I say all these things because there's just all these unhealthy things, and then also Van leaves him, so now he's got anxious and abandonment wounds. Like, there's just a
Mhm.
lot of trauma, like various traumas that need to be handled. And as somebody that goes to therapy, like, a lot of therapy is not the correction for it. It's all the work that you do out. It's like it's a very helpful thing.
Mhm.
I equate it to this is to go off on a tangent. We'll come back to this, but like I equate it to going to therapy without doing any work is like going to the gym and seeing your trainer and not working out in between the times that you've seen your trainer.
Right.
It's helpful, and it does things, but the best work comes into what you do in the interim and what you're doing in the middle. So I think it's such a great dichotomy of how they play in this commercial, because like he's like blatantly mad at kids, and now he's coming to therapy like everything's great. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was a funny line in that, is that where yeah, he's in therapy. And I really like that, what you're touching on with how you're saying that basically every time we've seen Earn get a bit more successful, he's treated Van poorly.
Right.
Like, he gets a bit more success, and then he starts like, getting after her about like how he's kind of like supporting, her and Lottie, and like, you know, kind of just really getting full of himself or whatever. And now we can see him in therapy, but he's already denying, like, kind of like in a position where he's denying help. And what does he say? He's like, oh no, not to flex, but everything's good. Like,
Right.
money's great, business is great. But like, yeah, that's not what you're here for, brother. You're not
Right.
here because to talk business and talk shop. Having your business doing well is not is not inductive of your actual mental health. It's just
Performative actions in one area of your life don't
Mhm.
indicate great performative actions in a separate area of your life. Because my work life is great doesn't mean my home life is great. And I think that that's such a great thing that you bring up. And it is true, like as he's sort of gone on this journey, he's not treated Van the best, but also in season 3 we see the most concern that he's grown for her. And so I think that there is that's character growth, right? Like he's on the other side of things while she's off doing her thing. And so he's sort of left in the dust. And he, obviously if you're texting somebody 8 or 9, 6 or 7 times and you haven't heard from him in weeks or whatever, and then they just send you back a thumbs up, like that hits at a core wound of abandonment. And then she abandons him in the hotel room. You know what I mean? Like after they have a night together. So he is showing care, but it's also too, somebody has to act out for you to begin to even pay attention to them. And I think we started seeing glimpses of that when they went to the that party in the episode, The Old Man in the Tree. And we sort of see him keeping an eye on her, almost as like, I need to guard you, I need to protect you, but like obviously I don't want to be too close.
I said that we're not going to go too analytical on it. We're not going to be doing a lot of analysis or trying to get into their heads or anything. All right, let's see.
Nerd's like, shut up.
Hey man, what's going on?
I mean, not to flex, but work is good.
Oh, and Darius just kind of sitting in traffic. And I kind of like want to think that while Ern is being harassed by these kids selling water, that Al is also just stuck in traffic.
What a concept for an episode that would be, right? Like they're both trying to get somewhere, and they're both stuck in traffic at 2 different endpoints. That'd be pretty funny.
If I can tell you something here, Al and Darius, they're just always together. But what I'm kind of seeing in this trailer is that Al or Ern may not be fucking with them. Like, I don't know if I'm just reading too into like just the placement of like all of the scenes, but like Ern seems to be very absent from the rest of the group other than Van.
Yeah, sort of where his focus is this season, maybe.
And I'll touch on that a little bit. And then we got the dude in the Wilkins jersey,
recording something,
yeah.
World Star. And then they're going camping. All right.
Work is good.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here to see D'Angelo.
He's here to see D'Angelo. Like, I'm wondering if it's like the D'Angelo, like R&B,
I mean,
sensation of the 90s, 2000s.
It's Atlanta. D'Angelo could be anybody else at this point, right? We've gotten a white Justin Bieber. We don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think expecting somebody with the same sort of status as D'Angelo, regardless if it's a real one or this Atlanta version, it's we know the name. I don't think they need to tell us more than that. We're like, okay.
D'Angelo. It brings me to my next, my other point of that, like maybe Ern is seeking out other clients. That's what I'm kind of reading into all of this, is that Ern might be seeking out other clients. Maybe there is something that's going on where he's not going to be interacting with Al and Darius that much.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
We don't see them in this trailer as you let it play out. We don't see them all 3 together from what I can remember.
But yeah, he's like in this room trying to go see D'Angelo, and there's like a vault.
It's such Atlanta surrealness, right? With that vault over there.
Is that the entrance?
Is that a bouncer? Like, what are they doing? Yeah. It reminds me of like Men in Black. You remember how they have the dude and he's in a suit, but he's sitting with a book and a chair right next to the elevator?
Yeah, this
sort
is
of reminds me
a lot of Men in Black right there. But yeah, this motherfucker got the combination or something. What's up?
Yeah, it's so weird.
What you did up there was very impressive. So how do you do that?
Do what?
Okay, I love this because this clearly Paperboy's performing at a bar mitzvah.
I mean, he's got to be getting paid bank, right?
That's guap.
Ern's not.
At minimum, we know that he's gotten paid $20K to do a show at minimum. And that wasn't even, I think, full value. Like he just Ern didn't say, I need the full price. He just said, I need $20K.
I need that up front.
So,
I need the 20K up front. Yeah, or whatever.
yes, I need 20K over here. So like he's at least we're gonna go anywhere between 20 and I'll go with like 50, like for
Yeah.
sure. I don't think they maybe get into it, but like, yeah, that's a nice little chunk of change right there.
Well, it's really funny. I want to hope Al doing a bar mitzvah means that we are going to get the anticipated for me, and other people hate the concept, but the Little Dicky,
I was gonna say, bro,
Little Dicky Atlanta feature would be so fucking funny and just weird, and I would die if they actually
Did
did some
it?
type of shit right there. Yeah. But I'm gonna hold out hope that
The
because he's
collab.
performing at a bar mitzvah.
I feel the pressure, under more scrutiny. What I do, act more Jewishly. Come on, Sway, write my eulogy.
But it's gonna be.
I think it's so funny that they did. Donald Glover did say very early on in interviews, like there's going to be a lot of like stuff that looks like we got it from other places, but he's like, we filmed it all together, and so like some of it just is coincidental. So
Yeah.
like they did film this around the same time that they filmed season 2 of Lil Dicky. So and obviously season 2 episode 5 is bar mitzvah episode. So you know that take that for what it's worth.
It's just a fan theory.
You do the thing when he makes the moves. That look.
I never get tired of Al's
that what the fuck look.
What the fuck? Fuck? All right, so
Tell me that you get sick of living.
We see Van
Ern and Lottie.
Lottie. But here's the thing. We really don't see Lottie. And I've always like found it really interesting how much Lottie is a part of the show, but not actually at all. Like she is very much like the unseen character. I mean, we've seen her like, I mean, this is not the same baby, of course. Like it can't be, right?
No, I think
like they just swap it out, right?
Yeah, they use
It's
different
Blue Ivy probably right here.
actors. But that's just a theory.
But that's just a theory. We really don't see her, and I feel like they are actually kind of making it a point not to show her in a lot of these frames. Just kind of just keep her like this hidden motivation for Van and Ern, almost like a plot device. Is Lottie just a plot device? Yeah, well, Lottie is just a plot device, but like a really good one. In that way that
Van
is looking, it looks like she's got it bad for him right now.
Yeah, she's giving him I got the hots for you look.
Oh yeah. She's like hey Aaron, you want to know what I want to do later? Look down.
Then all hell breaks loose.
Oh, I love this. The yodeling. Yodeling.
Now this is giving a lot of maybe some Old Town Road vibes.
No. I think that's a big play on that Lil Nas X vibes.
Yeah, I think this is a Old Town Road play right here.
She sent me all them pretty pictures, all them screenshots.
So if you notice, like Darius is in the same little head getup that he was in the car.
Okay, yeah.
So
they
imagine
definitely
this is the same episode.
Okay. So that's the same episode while they're in the car when they're stuck in traffic. And of course, everywhere Darius goes, he manages to find some type of enemy. Looks like he found his match here.
This lady in a wheelchair.
Get off my car now.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. The illustrious return.
Yeah.
Uncle Willie.
The cat is back.
Uh-huh.
This gives me hope that they are going to reveal some stuff, because there's also that thing about Atlanta not giving us too much about their past family history.
Right.
And we know some stuff went down with Al's mom for sure. She passed away, and that seems to may have been like a bit of a catalyst to a lot of their family dynamics splintering.
Yeah, I mean they've got to indicate a little bit more of like why there's a rift between, Al and his mom, and maybe his uncle. Well, his uncle who is Ern's uncle as well. And I think the thing that I really didn't think too much into it, but I think the thing that if I think back to we got that teaser trailer for this season,
Right.
it's a lot of symbology, and the symbology for the alligator was we're getting the alligator man himself back this season. Maybe not necessarily the alligator.
But he's in like a church, obviously.
Is it a church? Oh yeah, it's a church.
Yeah. And it
Oh
looks like
yeah,
he's
same
taking a
outfit.
piss.
Same outfit that when they go to the outside. Okay.
Yeah, you got Jesus watching him take a piss or whatever. And I mean, we know how last season ended with Shanae's just streaming.
They took a piss
Stop!
on all of us. I don't think I've been to a church where there's interpretive dancing that's being done. That's
It's Holy Ghost white face shit. I'm at a loss right now of what is possibly going on.
What this does remind me of, though, it gives me very Trinidadian the episode vibes, Trinity to the Bone. Remember how they have the dancers dance at the funeral service?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me just seeing this right now. One, I get the like all the white clothing from the death episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're doing the dancing. So maybe those are the two sort of tie-ins. And like, why else would Ern be going to church? Like, he doesn't seem like a church-going guy. We would have seen it already. Maybe he is going. Maybe this is a funeral thing, and they're sort of taking those two elements and combining them.
Coffin or anything.
I mean, maybe they're going to walk it in. I don't really know.
Yeah.
There's only two things I could think of.
The fact that like we haven't gotten a Atlanta church scene is very surprising. Like, you know they're going to kill that.
Served off on.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not the smartest man in the world. This looks like a grow house, but
yeah,
I don't know. I've never seen one, but that looks right. Oh my god, they hit somebody.
And who is this though?
I don't know, but Darius is in the car.
Dude, that looks like a full-on like little
white kid,
little white girl. Yeah.
Oh my god, it is a white person. They hit a white kid.
A little white girl with like you can see her fucking pigtails like bouncing off the windshield and shit.
So this is ominous right here, right? Of Al screaming in the field.
Yeah. This is giving a lot of Van's breakdown at the end of season 3. Just kind of how they're doing the shot where it's a handheld, like very up close in your face type of deal, where you know that Atlanta likes to use a lot of more like steady shot. If the camera's moving at all, even it's still like really steady.
And this is that's just interesting. The field that he's in, because there's a different scene where he's like on a I don't know. I guess not lawnmower is not the right word, but a big plow, like. And he's sort of plowing through and like just screaming as well. So I don't know if it's the same. We'll notice by the
shirt says been hustling.
Yeah, we'll notice by the clothes when we get to that clip. So this is the same. They're in the same outfits. So this is obviously the same when they're walking through that Atlanta Square area.
Yeah, Atlantic Station or whatever. And so the car garage. Yeah, so there seem to still be looking for something
or someone. Somebody got punched. Gosh. Oh, Darius punched somebody.
Yeah, that was Darius punching somebody.
It's like a waiter because he's wearing a button. Oh, no, not a waiter. Maybe he's like what do they call him? Like a Nation of Islam dude? Like he's got a bow tie on.
Yeah, he's a Moor or something.
And Darius is just not having none of it.
Oh, you know what? What if it's... No. I'm not sure. But the weird dude from episode 1, like, eat the sandwich.
Oh, shit.
What if it's that?
Oh, Ahmad White?
Ahmad White, yeah.
Oh, my God. It could be Ahmad White.
I'm not sure, though.
The side view doesn't look like him, but also they're all in the same place together. This is so great.
Yeah, okay, so they are in the same place.
Yeah, he's kind of got like an Ahmad White apostle look to him.
He's wearing the same outfit that he was in the car with that other girl when they
hit a white girl. Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's a whole episode that we're gonna look out for. All right. See, look at Al's pouring.
Yeah.
Some liqueur on the mixer board.
He's frustrated as fuck.
He's not having none of it.
And this is awesome. Just the crank that Jimmy Neutron. I love how they got the look down 280p video quality, filmed on filmed on a fucking sidekick or something.
A
And
sidekick?
everyone's got the white tee during the Soldier Boy. You know, we got to crank that everything. It's just perfect. God, what a time.
That also looks like something like Al's car in the back, that white sort of, I guess it's like a Buick or something, like that white car that he has with the rims.
Right.
I'm hoping that's not Al, old school Al, doing the little crank that.
That's got to be Al, right?
That'd be
That's
funny.
old
That would be
school.
funny if it was.
That's gotta
Yeah.
be Al, dude. And everyone had the white tee and the white Air Force ones. Like it was just what you had to do.
The tall
You just
tee.
you had to do it.
Tall tee era.
And they're not even hitting that thing good, bro. Like they're not in sync at all. We got
white ladies at a spa. They making Darius real uncomfortable.
So we got dude opening the room. What's going on here? You had to strip down to gain entrance to D'Angelo.
I don't really like. So this is baffling because it's like, what is this like? It's like a coroner's office where they put the bodies type thing, or a coroner's office where they open a little body door. And it's funny too because there's
cremation.
Yeah, well, I've seen my dad owns a funeral home, and I've seen a crematory. Let me tell you, he owns his own crematory thing. It looks similar to this, but they're just really smaller devices. But this definitely looks like where you hide, not hide the body, but you put the bodies to cool down.
Yeah.
And so,
oh yeah, you should say that's your dad's job. Oh yeah, my dad hides bodies.
Anyways, there's this scene right here. He walks into this thing, and then there's another scene where he's coming out of a closet. So it's almost like, to get to D'Angelo, he's got to go through the. So I'm wondering, like, is he on his own sort of little hallucination trip, like that Paperboy did in the New Jazz episode?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do need a one-off of just Earn.
Yes.
We haven't really.
I can't think of an episode we've ever gotten that.
Just Earn.
Oh, I'll take that back. Like, the last time I feel like we've got a comfortable, just damn near Earn adventure episode was the Jacket. Season 1, episode 10. It was the season finale. And it literally just following Earn through all these places to find this jacket. And we follow him from waking up and we follow him to going to sleep. It's a very Earn-centric episode.
Yeah.
Everything he's interacting with people, they're not going off.
Yeah.
The camera's not going somewhere else and following somebody else.
I watch Criminal Minds, and I know when someone's up to something twisted.
So obviously, I think this is church.
Yeah, it's church.
Oh, somebody's trying to shoot.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is insane because, of course, we've talked about this theory on your podcast that Paperboy might die at the end of this series or something.
Yeah.
Like one of the main characters might die by getting like shot or something, or this guy is always getting shot at.
I mean, Paperboy's got a lot of haters that live in Atlanta, as we remember from season 1. So
I see in that just pure hatred in that guy's eyes right there. He's really busting at him. You got this crazy lady.
Yeah, white lady. All right.
Crazy white lady.
Darius in a lake, dark. This is a very ominous shot of the pilot episode of season 3, right?
Remember Lake Lanier, yeah.
Yeah. Like when they're on the lake, when the dude's fishing, like it very much is ominous. The water looks sort of black, even though because it's a nighttime shot. It's shallow, but he's having his own breakdown in the water.
I've never seen Darius break down per se like this.
Yeah, he's always been a pretty like even keel type of character.
Even when Teddy Perkins episode, he watched the dude get blown out, and then he was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
like, okay,
let me continue on with my life.
I'm gonna take this piano and leave. Man, looking amazing again.
Dashing.
But this is giving a very surreal, like kind of
Yeah, this almost feels like a dream sequence or
yeah,
a perform like either
like
they're at like one of them like museum like art museums that's sort of interactive or because look at her hair, right?
mhm,
Always when you could see the hair, like she had it way longer earlier,
mhm.
and here it's short.
Style she's wearing for the episode, but like very purposeful.
Yes,
Like it represents like it's part of her character for that episode for
right.
sure. And the look on her face as she's just approaching the camera is just like, man, something's up here. This one's kind of like one of the hardest ones to
Sort of
like
pinned
pin
down.
down
Yeah,
on
yeah.
when this could be happening.
If it,
Is
I
this
think it,
like is
I
that
think
looking at the camera or
like
no, she's
past
gonna
the camera, like
yeah.
towards something, like she's walking
Mhm,
with purpose. And it just seems like a dream sequence to me. Like
mhm,
they don't do many of them.
mhm.
Or I can't think of a time like that it's actually been a character dreaming of themselves and like something happening. So
Right.
this would be a new sort of aspect to see that they could
Mhm.
explore.
This is when
Do you see Ern is in the same clothing though that he
right,
was?
so he crawled through some type of tunnel like Shawshank Redemption or some shit, and then ended up in
A closet.
some yeah, someone's closet. So is this like D'Angelo's closet
Right.
or
Yeah.
like I'm not sure. But it seems like they're doing definitely some editing trickery. Like he didn't look up and see this guy. This is not I don't think is related,
No, no,
right?
no, not at all. This
Like
guy's
it
got all
was
these.
just
This guy's got all these chains, and he obviously looks like some sort of speaker of some sort because he's got a thing behind him with a drawing. Like
this
a.
guy reminds me of like with the t-shirt. I think someone in the Discord called out that this guy is definitely like a forex scammer.
A forex gamer.
Like, yeah, like he's trying to get you to invest into some
Forex.
NFTs or some
Yeah.
bitcoins or like, he's going to teach you how to trade and all it's going to cost is 200 and God saved me from the trap. God will save you. I'll help, you know what I mean? Like he's giving that
Oh,
type of energy off and
the hood hustler. Yeah.
that hood scam shit. So is this Ern's dad?
I think that's Ern's dad.
Because I was actually about to mention that I don't think have seen Ern's dad
Well,
since
yeah. Episode 1. Yeah.
since it started, and he's at some type of mall.
That actually doesn't look like him. No, that's not him. But I mean, it could be a new actor playing him, or this could be. What it could be is like they throw us off by adding in this. You know how they start off episodes with like sometimes different shit that like happens. This could be just one of those scenes. Like it has. It's not on the main character. It's not related, but it's a side story that kicks off an episode where something. Hey, they're in the mall. It looks like the mall. So this could be the starting of like this is where they start the shot, and then we move to Paperboy getting shot at in the mall.
Right. Oof. Oh, and this is kind of giving me season 3, purple hat.
Purple hat vibes.
Yeah, new jazz vibes.
We're all new jazz.
We're all new jazz.
He's on a plow, right? So like that scene where he had a breakdown.
Yeah, same shirt. Been hustling. Yeah.
Yeah. So
who's on his shirt?
What's
Who's
that?
Who is that on his shirt?
Look at Darius. Look at Darius getting down.
We
know he's got dance moves.
Mm-hmm. Let him hit that shit. He was backing up that bus. Let's see. Darius just backing up that bus again. So maybe I'm wrong because that's Ern right there.
Oh yeah.
So I think scratch my theory. They are definitely seen together a lot in this trailer.
So far,
more so than I thought.
Remembered, yeah. This is a pink Maserati right here too, which is crazy.
Which is very interesting. Yeah, like who says that?
Whose pink Maserati convertible is this? And they all look together in this car.
Is that?
There's Van. There's
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that is. Is that Darius driving? Yeah, because he's wearing the
happy family right there. Happy family vibes.
Well, this is the shot
Camping.
that is very much like opening scene. I mean, episode 1, like from the beginning.
Right.
Them
Yeah.
waking
Yeah.
up in bed and
That'd be
very
crazy if
nice.
that'd be crazy if that's how they ended it.
Yeah, that would
Very
be
poetic.
crazy.
Very
Very
poetic.
so yeah, I can see this being one of like the last episodes, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ESPN. That's a regular damn remote.
There's that chair. So look at this. The crazy thing is on that shot, right? We're so used to the 3-seater couch.
The couch, and it's just one, yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I
this
wanted to
Game
point
of
out.
Thrones shit going on now. There can only be one.
Who will sit on the iron couch, right?
Yeah. The smoker's couch of Atlanta. Many families strive for it. Only one can have it.
Oh, man.
I like have one of these remotes. If I saw a remote that looked like that, because it looks very similar to the one that you could talk into, I would do the same exact shit.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny.
That's how I know I made it, mama. Fuck with no regular ass remote, man.
I don't press buttons no more, mama.
I don't press buttons.
That's a regular damn remote.
Okay, so initial thoughts on it is I'm so glad that it's just back in Atlanta. It does seem like it's going to be just a packed full. Like, I don't think we're getting any one-offs in this episode. I mean, this season.
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I did appreciate the one-offs of season 3, but it does look like it's just going to be, if we do get any one-off episodes, it will be kind of like maybe just one cast member going off on an adventure and experiencing some crazy stuff.
Like they did in like season 1 and 2, like, right, like you have like the Darius episode with Teddy Perkins, or like you have like Al going to the woods, right? Like there's a character focused episode, but it's a character, like much like Al and like New Jazz, like, right, like there's a primarily like Al focused episode, Al centric, or like Van with the Tarare episode, like it's a very Van episode. So as long as it's about a main character, I don't feel like those are like one-offs necessarily. Those are character building and world building in their world driven episodes, which is like, we need some of those. We've got a lot we got a lot of shit to catch up on.
Seriously, we have so many different like character motivations, or like kind of, I don't know if I can say that they're going to try to wrap something up, because I don't really know what there is to wrap up, but I think there needs to be some type of resolution where we can actually feel like these characters fulfilled something of purpose, like or maybe even a revelation that kind of puts more things into perspective.
I think the poeticness of it all would be like if everybody goes back to doing what they were doing.
Yeah, right.
Because I mean, you see sort of Al getting frustrated at various moments. Like we've seen his frustration sort of building as he's become a rapper, right? Like we got like the dude in season 1. He's I mean, literally, Al becomes a rapper. He comes home from jail, and then we have people probably forget about this. There's a dude in a Batman mask who's like, does Paperboy live here? You know what I mean? Then you have in the Zan character literally in the next episode, and then you have or it's like 2 episodes, whatever. And then you have in season 2, right? Like on his Woods episode, like he's with that Sierra character, and she's sort of like, you need to like do your social media stuff, like it's part of the game. And he's like, I'm not about like even meeting people. And by the end of it, like we see him, he's like okay with fans. So it's this sort of culmination of like, we see him in season 3, like even as he's waiting, he's literally in a room by himself, like before the show, like Ern's too busy for him. Darius isn't there. Like, I don't think he likes his aloneness.
Yeah.
And then we see
He's
this.
never planned to be a rapper. Like when he's talking to Wiley, he's like kind of just airing it out. Like, I really never planned for any of this shit. And honestly, I can't even write anything down lately. So who knows how that's going to progress into this next season if
Well,
he's going
we
to
see
try
him
to overcome his writer's block or whatever is
we see him
he's going
pouring
through.
beer on a mixer board, right? Like
Exactly.
this is like I think this season is like sort of the culmination and the peak of like his frustrations and sort of him like deciding like what actually he wants to do.
Can't wait to see how much stuff I got wrong.
Oh,
all of
completely.
it, everything most likely is wrong. But even in that, like they showed us a lot, but they really didn't show us a lot. Like I don't think they showed us more than what episodes for like 3 different episodes, content from like 3 different episodes almost.
I mean,
3 or 4?
it could be like
just judging by like the outfits that how many
we
repeat
at
outfits that
least
we've
know.
seen.
Yeah, we at least know we've got a good, I'd say 3-4, right?
That yeah.
In that regard, and it could be a few more,
Mhm.
But Atlanta does this thing, and it did it in season 3 preview. So I think that's the closest thing that we could have to sort of use as a point of reference of like stringing along this narrative to where you look back and you're like, oh, that's what that scene is, and that's where that scene's from, and that's what that piece is. And of course, every show will do that, but they do it to a point where you're still like, man, I've got so much good stuff, and I still don't know what the hell I'm about to watch.
Exactly. And yeah, all I can say is that I'm like really excited for it and just kind of like slightly devastated. Like I know it needs to come to an end, but but it's just too soon.
It's
but
it's definitely bittersweet, man. It's been a ride for me, watching the show. I'm talking like it's already over, but because kind of it is, but like starting it in COVID Central in March of 2020 is when I first watched the first few episodes of this and just got addicted. And my co-host,
okay, so
my
like during that hiatus, basically. So you had like, yeah, okay.
My co-host Jeff had wanted me to watch it like a year before. He tried to like have me watch it with him, and like we watched like 20, like not even 20 minutes. I think we watched like 10 minutes of it. And I'm just like, I'm not in the mood to watch this.
Yeah.
And so during the whole quarantine phase, there's not a whole bunch to do, and like I'm not a big TV show like it was rough for me like the first few weeks because I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of shows. I select movies that I want to watch.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like the times I've gone to the theaters this year, I've seen Death on the Nile, Batman, the Marvel movies that have come out with Doctor Strange and Thor, Nope, and Bullet Train. But aside from that, I handpick movies because like there's a lot of shit that just like comes out that's no good. I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to say I have a lot of time because I have a lot of time, but I do other things. I don't make a lot of time to watch TV shows. So like that was rough for me to be like, well, now I have all this time and I'm not going out. So like, what do I do? And like watching Atlanta was just like, this show is amazing. And like, I need, if only I had a platform where I could talk about this. Well, I do have a platform where I can talk about this.
It's Unfiltered Bachelors, by the way.
That is the name of the show. But yeah, so it's sort of, it feels like it's come too soon. But I'm excited that we finally get some sort of resolution. And I already can tell you, if you know the wonderful world of Atlanta, it'll be resolution, but it'll still have questions. And if it doesn't end that way, that's not a true Atlanta.
They're going to want us, like, I think they're going to leave us content, but wanting more for sure, or like, very curious about like what could possibly be going on after. But I think there should be like some type of resolution to some type of arc or something that's going to be like, okay, it's over with. I can still think about it, but it's over with. Now, if they do like in a couple of years be like, hey, how about we just make
revisit this
2-hour movie or just let's make an Atlanta movie. I'll be like, hell yes, please do that.
Sign me up. Take my money.
Sign me up I will see that in theaters no matter what. COVID, monkeypox won't stop me. Anyway.
Monkey vid, yeah, I'm gonna take all of that.
Monkey
Give me
vid. Copox. But yeah, thank you so much, Blake. Again, your podcast is
Unfiltered Bachelor. Nerd, thank you so much for having me on, man. Everybody follow Unfiltered Bachelor. We'll have Nerd on quite a bit. We had him on to break down the teaser trailer. We'll have him on to break this one down a lot more. And hopefully we'll have you on to break down the episodes as they come out. But yeah, feel free to follow the podcast on your favorite podcast platform. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are. That's where the show is. And then follow it on your favorite social media platform, Unfiltered Bachelor. And while you're there, go look for 9NerdYards.
Oh, like and subscribe for free therapy sessions.
We done?
Yeah, we're done.